So, another whistleblower for the Boeing company dead. This video is for entertainment purposes only, not based on fact, just surely based on my opinion, what I feel to be true, my interpretation of the cards, and my intuition. I encourage each and every one of you to do your own research, form your own opinions. After all, I'm just a blonde throwing cards. As I'm going over my ever-growing list of video requests, this one jumped out at me. One of you suggested that, or requested, that I take a look at the Boeing whistleblower. What's going on? And I don't want to just look at one particular one, but this is the second one that has died. Okay? Now, the one that I'm focusing on, but in Boeing in general also, this whistleblower dies after rising concerns about the 737 MAX that Boeing has put out. Okay? And it was Joshua Dean, a former quality auditor at Spirit Aerosystems, went public with claims that the company's leadership ignored manufacturing defects in the Boeing 737 MAX. Spirit Aerosystems is a Boeing supplier. Okay. Dean was 45 years old. He had an active lifestyle, and he was believed to be in good health prior to his sudden death on Tuesday. That would have been last Tuesday, last week, following the onset of a fast-moving infection. Really? He was stricken with the flu, B, influenza B, and MRSA, and developed pneumonia, according to Fox News, Fox 59. He spent 2 weeks in critical condition before he died on Tuesday in Oklahoma, according to the Seattle Times. So that is the basics of it, so that you know who we are talking about. And like I said, I want to look at the overall energy for Boeing itself with this 737 MAX. What the F is this? What is going on here? And why are these people dying off? And these are whistleblowers that are complaining about quality control. Defects. Remind me to contact my brother when we book our tickets to go down to Miami to get on our boat for our cruise in August. Not to get on a Boeing 737 MAX. Just saying. I'm using a major arcana. I want to get, and again, credit goes out to Alicia Wicker, because I am going to do a spread on Boeing itself. And then we'll get into this whistleblower. And I'm going to use, do a major arcana spread. Okay. And this is actually one of her spreads also. So you will see me referencing the spread until I really get to know it. I'm a spread girl. And when I find a good spread, I like to use it. I'm actually liking these a little bit more than the Celtic Cross. I'm not saying I'll never use a Celtic Cross again. It has its purpose. It has its uses. But I like these spreads. Okay. Let's see what is going on here. Okay. The theme on the deck's upside down. Oh, the Hanged Man. So this is almost saying, I'm wondering if Boeing is suspending any further production of this plane right now, because something is in suspension. Because in the past, they struggled with, companies around the world coming against them, the whistleblowers, trying to shut them down. And they're moving towards change, Wheel of Fortune. They want to change your fortune. They want to change this around, this whole scenario. So they were struggling with everybody coming against them. And there's a suspension in activity. I'm thinking that they probably suspended production of this plane. And I'm wondering if there's going to be a recall on it. I'm just wondering. But there's so many world companies involved. How many airlines are there? Number one. How many of these airlines are purchasing these 737 MAX planes? Number two. How many are out there in the air with manufacturer defects? How many of these planes are going to go down? Hate to put I'm not trying to put a fear factor in anybody, but this is reality. But they are looking to make some kind of change. And the overriding concern is judgment. Got the judgment card. The overriding concern, I'm going to say lawsuits. They are definitely concerned about lawsuits. And I'm wondering, but I'm thinking, and all the whistleblowers hurting their business, possibly creating lawsuits against Boeing. The emotional undercurrent is the High Priestess. We got to keep this quiet. We can't create panic. They're afraid of creating panic. We got to keep this quiet. We'll fix the situation somehow. We'll make some kind of changes. Perhaps it's going to involve a recall. I'm really curious about that. And their fear. The Fool. Their fear is being called out, which they already have. Their fear is looking like a fool, and they're proclaiming innocence, and they're afraid of that judgment. They're afraid of moving forward with this plane. Good for you, Boeing, but you need to correct things, and you got to stop deleting people. Okay. The obsession is the star. They want to be, the star is, I'm hearing star witness. Obsessed with getting rid of witnesses, getting rid of the whistleblowers who are the star of the show right now, who are bringing the company down, who are like, stop production, stop the production, stop the production. The driving ambition. We have the Magician card. Let's pull a rabbit out of our hat. Let's make this go away. Disappearing act. Eliminating, disappearing act of the witnesses, of the people that is squilling on them. That is part of it, because they are afraid of losing their reputation here as being one of the top manufacturers of airline planes. So, and what is their main obstacle in all of this? Oh my God, justice. Oh, I shit you not. So the law, regulations is an obstacle. I just get this sense of them shortcutting, doing shortcuts. And these two knight each other, by the way. The judgment and justice. There's the lawsuits. I am expecting to hear in the news about pending maybe class action lawsuits. Could be individual lawsuits, and a lot of them. Wrongful deaths. Injuries. Things like that. So maybe even lawsuits from American Airlines, Southwest Airlines, Delta, whomever. Because these airlines put all this money in and invest in these planes and buy these planes. They expect something top notch. They expect something safe. But they're definitely trying to hide the truth. It's almost like they want to quietly sweep this under the rug, quietly fix this, but there is definitely a concern about lawsuits and judgments. Interesting. That was interesting. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, I want to get to the meat and potatoes about this whistleblower, if you will. So I would definitely say Boeing knows there's something wrong with those planes. They know that they were trying to create shortcuts to kind of trim their costs a little bit and make even more money, higher profit. Isn't that the name of the game in business? That's maximize your profit. But I think some of the shortcuts that they were making were not smart. So let's dig into this whistleblower, please. Start with a few oracle cards. She who listens. The whistleblower definitely had people's attention. Dreams. Yes, he had a lot of dreams. He listened to his intuition, yearnings, and freeze. There is an energy here that I'm just picking up that this guy, innocent in this whole thing, who really wanted to do the right thing. I feel like that this guy was somebody who was concerned about public safety, and his conscience wouldn't let him move forward with production of these planes. because of the safety factor. Okay, this guy is coming across to me as somebody who's genuine. Okay, and he was somebody who was listening to his intuition, listening to his conscience. He wanted to free his own conscience of what was going on. He had certain ambitions, certain desires, certain goals in life. But his life was cut short at the age of 45. How do you get this MRSA? How do you get this infection? I'm curious. So we're going to dive into this. Okay, what is going on here? You know, this card kind of wanted to pop out. It almost fell out, the work card. It's almost like he's paying attention to the fine details. And what did that oracle say? He had something to do with quality control or something like that. So he caught some things. So let's see what this is. The truth. Ace of Swords. This is the subject, or this is like what is going on. And that is talking about the truth. So he spoke the truth. There was a sense of clarity in what he was saying. He saw things very clearly. Four of Wands. You know, and his truth, and, you know, this could be the home, but this is more about the company. He spoke the truth about the company, what the company was doing. He kind of sat on the fence for a little bit. He thought about it. He weighed the pros and cons. And he was at this crossroads, but he made a decision. Travel. Chariot. About this mode of transportation, about these planes. He made the decision, a conscious decision to tell the truth about the Boeing and this plane. And it was cutting into somebody's livelihood. And I see, and this is a bunch of people. There's a bunch of people here. Bunch of companies affected by this truth. So, they put up a smoke screen. Sometimes that could be over-medicated, given something. That could be a cough. So he got some kind of flu. That one thing led to another. What about this? Yeah, it was given to him. This was not something that he picked up naturally. Allegedly speaking, educational purposes. I keep saying educational. Entertainment purposes only. Maybe even educational. I don't want to be deleted either, but allegedly, I'm just throwing cards. These are just cards. I'm just reading them. Okay. Allegedly, because it was going to cost a lot of money. he was given something to silence him, and it made it look like something else. Okay? They want to hold on to their money. That's the hope. They're hoping to hold on to their money. Six of Cups as an external influence. Families, memories, knowledge. History. Is this going to come and bite them in the ass? Okay. They're worried about it. This is their fears. This is loud and strong. There is definitely a concern, even with the aftermath of these whistleblowers going bye-byes. Internal influence. They're staying strong, showing and displaying a level of confidence, displaying a level of willingness to correct things and be the secure, steady one. Okay? So they're showing a sense of responsibility. Thank you. They're trying to act like the responsible one. And the challenge to this is the CEO. I think this is the big boss. Business owners, companies. So they are being challenged money-wise by business owners. Let's take a look at this King of Pentacles. What is he? They're definitely worried about this challenge, about somebody. Or that could even have been the whistleblower. And maybe there's overriding concern. And that's why, okay, that's why he was eliminated. That's why he was deleted off this planet. Because he had to buy the balls. Okay? It's balls to the walls. And it's all about money. Money and reputation. Because Boeing wants to be seen as the top dog in air travel. Okay, show me this King of Pentacles. Show me the King of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. There's the whistle. Six of Swords. I shit you not. Boom. Deletion. So him blowing the whistle, running his mouth, trying to do the right thing. All that it did when he was trying to move past it. Okay, what is done is done. He did his due diligence. Maybe tried to save lives at the price of his own. And there, folks, I know this is a short video, but there, folks, that's where I'm dropping the mic.